Yeah, so the question is, so how exactly do I go pitch this to my ED, VP, my board, all that stuff? Totally legitimate question. I'm going to tell you two things that are really important right now. Most of the examples, you're not going to like this one, but I have to tell you the truth. Most of the examples I'm showing you now are what we call a visionary sell, which is some ED or some VP is like, dude, totally, I get it, right? It's going to work. I have the vision. I totally see it. I'm not clear totally on the ROI. But you can imagine, and I actually sat with the CEO at 4H, and he's like, no brainer, right? We need an electronic answer to how we provide our curricula to kids. This makes perfect sense. Boom! Funding supply. So I will say, thing one is right now we're early enough in the curve for this technology that you're going to find that your biggest ally is some really smart pants at the top who gets it, who you can choose, find, convince to sort of back you on this and try and go out of that. So that's thing one. You know, that was true of email marketing when we first started doing it in 2002, right? Now it's more like, hey, we have the plans and the models and the financials and we can do the projections and we'll show you how to do it, right? So in 5 years, I'm sure that will be different, but it's not. Secondly, there are some of these programs that are more justifiable on a hard ROI basis, because at some level the question you're asking is, how do I convince my CFO that this is justified to make this investment? The investment's $5,000, $50,000, or $250,000. How do I get somebody to write that check? The answer is that if you're doing fundraising, you're going to have a whole lot better chance of it. You know, with WWF, with some of these folks that I'll be talking about, there's dollars coming in the door. Maybe in the beginning it doesn't completely justify it, but it sure helps to cover the cost a little bit. So, to that end, that's one of the reasons why I make such a strong distinction between sort of fundraising-based social networking stuff and program service delivery stuff, because these guys, it's sort of, I mean, how do you justify IT in general? How do you justify an investment in a new building? How do you justify new desks and chairs for the people that have the call center that, talk to the folks who are trying to quit smoking, right? You say, well, it's our mission, we have to do this, it's going to help us do it better, so you're probably talking about something